Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about whether or not the Cowboys have a roster that's contender ready. This is serious? Boom. All right, guys, it's that time of the year. We are back at camp. Obviously, the veterans are getting into the acclimation of training camp, going through the testing. All the rookies are in. A lot of the classroom work is getting done, and they're installing the offense, getting everything taken care of. But this is the road to 6 Super Bowls. It all begins here at the Star, Frisco, Texas. Okay, now what is it going to take for the Cowboys to get from Frisco, Texas to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 55? Okay, a while back I talked about this. What does it take for a championship team to get to the Super Bowl? This is the goal that every team wants. Everybody starts at 0-0, and everybody wants to hoist that Lombardi at the end of the year. We've seen so many stacked teams come and go throughout the years, whether it was the Ravens in that defense, Russell with the Seahawks, the Legion of Boom, and these guys, and then most recently Pat Mahomes in that high octane offense. So what do the Cowboys need to do? Have they improved enough? Is this roster contender ready? I'm going to refer back to a video, and I have a link here. Check this out. I did promise you guys that I was going to come back here and revisit the topic, because when I talked about it first, this was pre-free agency, pre-draft, okay? And we're going to break that down. But what we're looking at here is the contender blueprint that Bucky Brooks and Daniel Jeremiah came up with. They kind of tweaked it here over the last couple of months. Take a look at this screenshot here. Here you're taking a look at what they had. They discussed the Cowboys roster, and this is what you're looking at here. They discussed this back in April of 2019. As you can see, we have several players on this list. Back then, they did, have a thought that the Cowboys did have a roster in place with Robert Quinn coupled there with, DeMarcus Lawrence. And then you have, your defensive playmakers, Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, and Byron Jones that had him as a playmaker. More of a shutdown corner, kind of shut down that side of the field. So, in essence, that is a playmaking type of trait. Obviously, he didn't get the ball, didn't get turnovers and that kind of thing, but he would blanket that side of the football field. So Byron Jones fell in that bracket. Now, as the season went on, we took on some hits. Leighton Vander Esch with the stinger turned into a neck, never came back from that. Byron Jones, we lost him in free agency. Look at this here. There is a prerequisite here, and we're gonna break that down. So, if you look at this is basically what they say. The blueprint is. What do you need to have a chance at this thing? Okay, you need a franchise quarterback. Okay, you need 3 offensive playmakers, 3 offensive linemen, 2 pass rushers, and 3 defensive playmakers. So they call this blue chip type of players, high end players on your roster. This is what you need as a core to get you into the conversation. Okay, and for the Cowboys, I broke it down here in January. So if you look at that list here, and now let's talk about, do they have it now? What have they done in the offseason? Now that the draft is over, free agency is in the bag, and we're deep into training camp, and that march towards the regular season. Hopefully everything goes as planned. But let's break this down. Okay, take a look at this. As I see it, guys, we do have the franchise quarterback. Dak Prescott's on the franchise tag, $31.4 million. Okay, so we're good to go for this year. Okay, he is the franchise quarterback. Offensive playmakers, Cooper, he's on there. Ezekiel Elliott, and again, I'm going with Michael Gallup. Okay, these 3 are the proven commodities. We know for sure what they've done in this league. Gallup put in a 1,000-yard receiving season with Amari Cooper, and I expect the more of the same from them. Offensive linemen, 3 of them. Yeah, we checked that off. Zach Martin. Lyle Collins is coming into his own very well, and Tyron Smith is still the GOAT over there at the left tackle position. Do we have pass rushers? Do we have 2 of them? They say we need 2. Do we have them? I say yes, we do. DeMarcus Lawrence, obviously. Aldon Smith, we're really counting on him. This is a little bit of a question mark because he is coming off of a long layoff. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of ring rust, but this is the advantage of having camp right now and skipping the preseason. These players are going to be able to really get in here and get physically acclimated and that kind of thing. Now, as far as game action, that kind of thing, I think across the league you're going to see players dealing with fatigue and that kind of thing. So something that you can consider as a wild card, but not something that's going to sink your team, obviously. Defensive playmakers, okay? Jalen Smith, I have him in there. Leighton Vander Esch, I have him in there. And the new addition, Gerald McCoy, he's going to be my third playmaker. We got him in the offseason in free agency. I consider him a playmaker because he's able to stuff the run. He's able to get to the quarterback on the way. So I like that about Gerald McCoy. He's leaned up a little bit more, and we look for him to be more explosive, faster at getting to the quarterback, which is what we need, and that's playmaking, okay? As far as who else might fall into this mix, you do have a Tony Pollard who I think could be an offensive playmaker, but we got to see it in action. We got to see it with Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy, and I really do think that this will come to fruition. So he could be in that mix as well. That could be a fourth playmaker. CeeDee Lamb, the new rookie. Let's see what he looks like in the season. Let's see how they use him. Could he be a playmaker in the return game? That would be exciting. This is some area that we've suffered immensely, but obviously he will be in the mix there. Whether you play him in the slot, you play him on the outside, he's going to be a potential playmaker in his rookie season. So that could be a fifth playmaker for the offense, okay? Defensive playmakers, I think everything here is in line. It would be, preferable that we could get somebody from the secondary to be a defensive playmaker. Right now, as I have it right now, a lot of question marks. Who could be that defensive playmaker? Could it be Trayvon Diggs? We'll see how this looks towards the season. At the end of the season, did he become a defensive playmaker? Hopefully he will be. We need that to happen. Okay. Could one of these safeties show up? Will Clinton Dix have a resurgent career in Dallas? Or does somebody come in here and really wow the staff and make a play for a long-term viable answer at the safety position? And I'm talking about Donovan Wilson. Okay. That is my pet cat. I love what he did last offseason in the preseason. Just getting after the ball and really, getting those turnovers. That's something that we need from the secondary. So I'm pulling for him. But could somebody show up? Could somebody improve and really make a play for a second contract? We're talking about some of these other players that are fighting for a contract, either here in Dallas or they're moving on. We're talking about the cornerback apocalypse: Jordan Lewis, Cheeto Woozier, Xavier Woods. Which of these three players might have that ability to become a defensive playmaker? Okay, so some of those guys could be in the mix, but as you can tell, in my opinion, I think the Cowboys do have a core here. Prescott, Cooper, Zeke, Gallup, Martin. We have all the pieces here, and now what I've been saying, you need that coach to get you over the hump. So hopefully we have Mike McCarthy here as that piece, that final piece that can get us over that hump and into playoff contention, championship contention, and ultimately the 6th Lombardi, baby. So let me know what you guys think. Do you feel that the Cowboys have a ready roster for a championship contender run? Okay, let me know in the comments, guys. If anybody in this list that you think, should be on here that I don't really have on here, let me know in the comments. But I think we covered the core players, and obviously some potential wild cards. Like I said, Tony Pollard, I think, could be in that mix. CeeDee Lamb obviously is a no-brainer. Let's see if Trayvon Diggs can get in there, okay? The more that we show up on this roster, the stronger chance we have it at making a move here, guys. But let me know what you guys think about this. Is this roster contender ready? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments, guys. Let's get through this preseason action. I mean, there is no preseason, but let's get through this. Shout out to all my members out there. Any subscribers, any lurkers, hit subscribe. Hit the bell notification to become part of the notification hit squad, okay? But that's all I have right now. Shout out to all my members, and I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace, everybody.